I'd say for the most part, I usually look around the edges of the permit, because things inside the permit, it's just, you know, all permitted to do so much crap. But along the edges are where you're going to have those violations. That's where the sediment ditches are going to fail. That's where the downslope spoil disposal is going to go off-site. That's where they're going to mine off-site. That's where you're going to have the boulders and so forth that sometimes tumble off the permit from a blast. Take notes of things like, you know, the time, the location, if there are any streams that are affected, any roads that are affected, and if you know the permit number, make a note of that. And I'll look at where it is on this video and compare that to the permits on the map and see that, oh, it's this permit number, and that's the way I'll report it. Things that you may be able to see from a drone video is sediment control. Sediment ditches themselves are often not well maintained. And what a sediment ditch is, around a mountaintop removal site, they will put a ditch with a berm. And the purpose of that is to catch runoff from the site and contain the sediment on the site. What you see behind me is the Brushy Fork Sludge Dam. It holds about 8 billion gallons of this toxic preparation plant waste. So a black water spill can come from something like that. It can come from other mine operations where they have possibly a stockpile of coal, and rainwater has pooled up, and whatever ditches they may have ruptured or the rain may have been too much for, and it runs into the stream. Or it can be a broken pipe, it can be a failed pump. Say you've got a small stream running into the marsh fork, okay? And the marsh fork is fairly clear and the small stream is murky. It's very easy to see, but the important thing is with those is that it be reported promptly while it's still running that way. So you'd probably want to get a sample of the marsh fork itself where it's not murky, a sample from downstream where the other one is flowing in and they're mixing, and one up in the smaller stream that is completely murky. You might be able to find violations in the form of conductivity or pH or selenium. So other things in the water that may appear or be obvious, things like diesel smell. If you do find a potential violation, you don't have to prove that it's a violation. Submit it as a citizen's complaint of a potential violation. You know, they've been pretty decent about at least going out or saying they're going out. Sometimes when they get there, the time on their inspection report says 4 o'clock, and sundown is at 4:05. So I have my doubts about how much they actually saw in the dark, but we still do take pictures, screenshots, anything that you can, video. If you're on the ground, take videos, and not just the specific thing, but the surrounding area, so you have a reference as to where it's at.